Hello, I'm Molly and welcome to A Homespun House, your Friday fiber escape, where the yarn is always hand-dyed and the coffee is always hot. So grab your knitting and let's see what's been cozying up my needles these past 2 weeks. Everyone's been sick in our home, which is why I was not able to film an episode last week, but I do hope that you enjoyed our Sunday cozy vlog. Today I am wearing a finished object. This is the Vilma top by Gregoria Fiber Arts. It is knit using DK weight yarn. I used our Teddy colorway, which is one of my absolute favorite browns. You're going to see that in a few upcoming projects. I knit that using our Merino cashmere nylon DK weight. How you knit this top, it is a bottom-up construction. You knit to the underarm and then you shape both of your side panels. You pick up your back and then you add on all of the extra details for your hemming. Most of the trimmings are done with a tubular bind off, and this knit really made me fall in love with tubular bind off. I find it very fun to work. In the past, I was always overwhelmed by a tubular bind off, but now I find that I've been adding it to other projects. And I'm excited when a pattern calls for it. Even if it doesn't call for it, I now think it makes sense to almost always do a tubular bind off. I think it creates such a beautiful hem and finishing, and I really enjoyed knitting this vest. It is the perfect length. Now, of course, you can always customize that yourself. However, I followed the instructions pretty much to how the designer knit the pattern. And I'm very, very happy with the fit. I did do the XS, the size number 1, and I think I will do that from now on using Gregoria Fiber Arts patterns. Now that I've completed my Vilma top, I think I'm going to knit the Pamina cardigan by Gregoria Fiber Arts as well. It is a new pattern of hers. It includes a bit of ribbing as well as cabling all throughout the cardigan. It's knit using DK weight yarn, and I enjoyed knitting this so much. It's the second design that I have knit by Gregoria Fiber Arts that I think I'm going to cast that one on next. Let's get into what I have finished this past week. I was a test knitter for Laura Penrose winter hot water bottle cozy that is now for sale on Ravelry. There are so many beautiful testers who knit this. I could not get gauge at all for this test knit. I ended up buying an XXL 3.5 liter hot water bottle just because this is so massive. I think it's a really great size. However, this was supposed to be for a 2-liter hot water bottle cover, and as you can see, this is not that. I believe the pattern calls for a 3mm needle. I couldn't even get gauge on a 2mm needle. So I ended up just knitting a 3mm gauge. I really loved the way that my color work looked in the 3mm needle, but as I said, I just couldn't get gauge. So I am obviously an extremely loose knitter. I made it work. I did knit this using our 100% non-superwash Shetland. It's a new base that we have in the shop. I absolutely adore it, and I think my next cardigan that I knit, I'm going to knit using that base. So here I knit this using our velvet colorway along with fresh sheets. I think it created a gorgeous contrast for this hot water bottle. I think these are so sweet. It's such a wonderful gift, and I think I'm probably the only tester who didn't make gauge. So her patterns are wonderfully written. I have knit a few of them so far, and I've enjoyed every single one. In fact, I do have a different pattern of hers on the needles, and I cannot wait for her sweater patterns to come out. You better believe I'm going to be knitting one of those new sweaters. That being said, this was such a fun knit. Color work is always so highly addictive, and it really gave me a bit of the color work bug. My girls have been asking for mini hot water bottles. I would say since the fall began, I thought that I could make and design one. I had planned on knitting Laura Penrose's smallest hot water bottle cozy, but being that I could not make gauge, I decided to completely design one myself. I also knit this using Shetland fingering weight yarn. I used our twig colorway along with the fresh sheets that was left over. I still have a lot of leftovers of both of these, all three of these colors. I did do a tubular bind off for this hot water bottle. This is a 500 milliliter small hot water bottle that my girlies can put on their bellies under their coats when they ride to school, and then sit in class with this on their lap on cooler days, or if my eldest has cramps. I think it is such a wonderful gifting idea. I'm going to be knitting my youngest daughter one. So this is for my oldest daughter. She loves browns and creams, and my youngest daughter loves blues, pinks, creams, browns. And so I'll be using leftovers along with our Gumdrop colorway to knit her mini hot water bottle. I'll do the same exact design with the Gumdrop as the main color. Since we're speaking about Laura right now, I thought that I would share with you my next design that I have on the needles. This looks a little funny because I do have it blocking on a towel. So I've already knit her Stella quilt cushion. I've knit the first one. I haven't sewn it to a pillow yet. All of you left me so many wonderful ideas of just how I can do that. And I plan on finishing that pillow up in the next week or two. So you will probably be seeing that once Vlogmas begins. I did cast on another one using all of the same colors, except instead of Biscuit for the main color, which is how I knit my last Stella quilt cushion, I decided to, of course, use Teddy for the main color. And then Biscuit will be in here as one of the motifs. So I have half of it done. Really enjoyed knitting this. Kits along with so many new and fun Christmas colorways. Our Christmas shop is open now, so if you're interested, there's so many fun things to go and have a look for. I am just doing one strip a week, and being that it's been 2 weeks since I last chatted with you all, I have 2 strips finished. I have been knitting on some more Sophie Scarves. I have one that I've knit in our tulle skirt colorway. This one I shared with you last week. I finished the one that I knit out of Biscuit. Just tie that on while I chat about the next one. And I am currently knitting one out of an unnamed colorway. So I have started decking out all of my knits in Christmassy things. I have this sweet Progress Keeper by Simply Serving. And then of course I have my tree needle stoppers on here. I'm still working on my increases, and I'm pretty much making all of my Sophie shawls the same length. I'm knitting up to 130 garter ridges on 2.5 millimeter needles. Now remember, I am a loose knitter, so you probably want to do a little less or go down to a 2 millimeter needle. And I'm just doing this on a fingering weight yarn. I really like the gauge that this gives me. This is our 50% yak and 50% silk. I would love to knit a red Sophie. This is our poppy colorway, and it kind of just has like this orange tinge to it. And I also think this would look so cute with Teddy paired together. You could do some sort of striping, something with these two, I think would just look stunning. I could even wear my Sophie scarf made out of poppy with this vest. I would not pair it with this kind of wine red shirt at all, but I do think that these two pair together very nicely. So this will be on my needle soon. It's perfect for the Christmas season, and I really enjoy knitting Sophie scarves. They're pretty quick, pretty easy, mindless. They're nice to take along. I am working on another scarf. This is the Vienna Set by Petite Knit. The pattern comes with a pair of mittens as well as scarf. You don't wear it as a loop. It is just double-sided and creates a lot of extra warmth. So I have knit a bit since my last knit chat. Another cute little Progress Keeper, also by Simply Serving. She doesn't make charms anymore, but we do sell them in the shop with our kits. And I am knitting this using Teddy on Merino cashmere nylon. This was also Merino Cashmere Nylon Poppy. It's my favorite base. I really, really like it for a superwash yarn, and I enjoy knitting it and wearing it. And I'm pairing it with our Rosegold colorway in our brushed merino base. This is the perfect base for those of you who have a very difficult time with mohair or alpaca. It also has a really nice drape. It doesn't stretch like alpaca, and it definitely does not itch like a mohair or alpaca. So the two of those marled together creates just such a beautiful effect. I know they're not the same color, and that also has a really nice look to it, but I do love the light nubs of Rosegold along with the teddy. It creates such a cozy, soft feel. So this is a lot of fun. It's also cool that you get two patterns in one. I've knit, I think, 4 pairs of the Vienna Set mittens, and they're wonderful. I really love the pattern. It's a simple, quick knit, very easy to take along. It is a 4mm needle, and you have the fingering with the lace, so it creates a DK weight yarn. And also that brushed merino, it is a lace weight yarn, but you get 600 meters for 100 grams. So unlike a mohair or alpaca, you get 100 grams as opposed to 50. A lot of scarves and cozy things on my needles lately. I do have 2 pairs of socks on my needles. The first one is this pair of socks I've been working on for a little while. This is in our woodland colorway. It's a fingering weight tweed that I'm using. And this is a pattern that I made up. It is a 16 round cable, 6 stitch repeat, a knit 4 purl 2 for 15 rounds. And then with those 4 knit stitches, you cable over in the same direction every time. So if you'd like to try it, do it. It's a great pattern. It's a lot of fun to knit, and it's very simple because you are only cabling every 16 rounds. So I did a cable right underneath of my cuff. Then I did 3 more cables, immediately started my heel, and now I need to do my gusset decreases. So this one probably will be finished the next time we see each other. I just have gusset decreases a foot and a toe, or maybe I'll just be at the toe next time. We'll see. My mom will be coming on Saturday. We will be busy. I think we'll be doing a bit of sitting also and watching Christmas movies and being cozy together. So we'll see what sort of knitting I get up to. I finished my toasted acorn socks. This was a Patreon yarn, and Patreon yarns are exclusive for quite a while, and then they come out in the shop at a very limited number of whatever I dye extra when I'm dyeing up those Patreon yarns. So we have ash for the contrast, toasted acorn for the main body of the sock in pure stockinette stitch. And then I thought it would be fun near the toe to add 3 stripes every 8th round. So I've done my little pop of contrast here with ash, and I am working on the cuff. To add to the coziness of all of the things that I've been working on, I have been knitting on my Boucle Blanket Club. I finished adding Tegan to my blanket, which was October's colorway. And now I need to add Winter, which is November's colorway. I think this is going to pair so beautifully. This is Kohlrabi, Espresso, Tegan, and Winter. December's is already dyed up, so I need to catch up. I know December isn't here yet, but I would love to have this blanket finished and in use come mid-December. I have been enjoying knitting so many cozy things, not only for myself, but for my home and for gifts. I do like to give each of my girls a handmade gift each Advent Sunday, and they each will be getting their hot water bottle cozy the first Sunday of Advent. And my mom will be here for the first Sunday of Advent as well. So I think that I will be gifting her the extremely large hot water bottle. I think she'll love it because I know she uses her hot water bottle a lot, And this one is very cozy for cuddling with. I'm hoping that she'll enjoy this, bringing it to bed in the evenings or sitting on her lap on her sofa. I have really enjoyed knitting these. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Until next time, take care, stay cozy, and I will see you all next Friday.
Beneath the starlit sky, our love's secret line, like leaves we soar so high.